dig it for three. You betcha.
The pass to Miller outside three. Good. Big block by Olsen.
Fire in the paint. Now to Holzer. Left corner three. Bang! Bang! Oh!
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to Pine River-Backus High School, the site of this edition of high school boys basketball on homegrown local radio. Tonight, we have a couple of Northland Conference teams going head-to-head, as it'll be the Pine River-Backus Tigers taking on the Cass Lake-Bena Panthers. Hi again, everyone. I am Sam Parsons, and it is a pleasure to be with you here tonight for what should be a very entertaining matchup. On the visitor side, the Cass Lake-Bena Panthers come into this one ranked 6th in the state of Minnesota among Class A teams. They suffered their first loss of the season only a week ago, falling to 5th-ranked Belgrade Bruton El Rosa, and now sit at 16-1 atop their section, and only one win behind Nevis for the number 1 spot in the conference. They have a chance to make that deficit up here tonight. For the home Pine River-Backus Tigers, they are now 1 week removed from their last game, which saw them fall to top 20 ranked Cherry, as their most recent scheduled matchup against LaPorte on Tuesday, this past Tuesday, just got postponed. So with a week's rest, they are hoping to shock the Panthers tonight and improve upon their 9-11 record. Folks, we are live on the air on Cash 95, rjbroadcasting.com, and on video stream, courtesy of yourliveevent.com. Thank you so much for joining me for what should be another entertaining game of high school basketball. Coming up, we are going to be hearing from Coach Jordan Ackerman of PRB for our Station 371 pregame show, as I was able to catch up with him earlier today. Unfortunately, I was unable to reach Coach Alvin Wind of Cass Lake-Bena, but we will be talking about their season in greater depth in due time. It is Pine River-Backus versus Cass Lake-Bena on Cash 95, rjbroadcasting.com, and yourliveevent.com.
Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River is holding a fundraising tournament Saturday, February 12th for owner Sandy Zoldi as she fights leukemia. Everyone is welcome. 2-person teams bowling 3 games, 2 p.m. start with $50 entry fee per person. There's also a benefit for Sandy at the Pine River Legion Sunday, February 20th, starting at 3. Let's help save Sandy. Community Bowls fundraising tournament February 12th and benefit February 20th. Call Community Bowl at 218-587-3100 for information to register or donate.
Country Doc Veterinary Clinic in Pine River is proud to support radio coverage of our area athletes. No matter the sport, they salute the kids and coaches for all their dedication and wish them all the best of luck. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic thanks all the coaches, staff, and volunteers for taking the time to provide our area kids plenty of opportunities. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic is located east of Pine River on County Road 1, providing compassionate small animal care for your beloved pets.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Joining us now for our Station 371 pregame show, we are chatting with Jordan Ackerman, the coach of the Pine River-Backus team. Jordan, good morning to you. Thank you for your time here, as always.
Morning to you too, Sam. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. And Jordan, we got to talk about the Cherry game, your last game last Friday, right after the game. But just one more time for the listener at home, what were some of the things that you saw from your team in that game, especially now that you've had a chance to maybe go back and revisit it in the time since?
Yeah, I think our defense in the second half, we had a stretch there coming out of halftime where we really executed in our zone. I thought that was a really big takeaway for us, is just some of the little things in our zone defense that hopefully we can take and help us tonight too. But I thought our execution on offense was better. We still turn the ball over a few too many times, but we're executing our stuff on offense a little better. And I think they're starting to understand how valuable the ball is, and those are a few of the takeaways from that Cherry game.
And you mentioned that you guys have been working on your zone defense, trying to build off of that performance in that Cherry game. But now that it's been about a week, or actually pretty much exactly a week since your last game, because that LaPorte game got postponed. What's the focus been on in practice aside from that over the last week without any game action going on?
Yeah, we focused on a few little things defensively, mostly in our man-to-man defense. Some press breaker stuff. We know that Cass Lake's going to run a 1-2-2 press, try to turn us over quick. So made a few tweaks on our press breaker, worked on a few things offensively in our motion, which is something we're going to go to a little more tonight, just some motion offense, and just trying to get some shots up as well.
Well, you kind of teased it a little bit. Talking about Cass Lake-Bena for tonight, obviously you've played them this season. We know they're very, very good. Have you gone back and revisited that first game? And whether or not you have, what are you looking out for round 2 here?
Oh, yeah, I've revisited that game quite a few times because you look back and you just realize how many little mental mistakes we made, how many little things, little errors we made that cost us more than 11 points or 14 points, which is what we lost by. So I've watched that plenty of times. And sorry, I got distracted. There was a student in my classroom. What was your second part of your question?
It was just what are you looking out for round 2 here?
Yeah, today I think we need to break their press better. We need to know where their shooters are at, the Fairbanks and Caden Lee, and then Leroy Fairbanks too. So we need to know where they're at on the floor at all times. Try to take the ball out of their hands, make some of the other kids make plays, and hopefully we make our shots as well.
And Jordan, I don't think that it would be controversial for me to say that this is probably the best opponent that is left on your regular season schedule here. So what's the message to your team in advance of this game, including the fact that it's a conference opponent as well as you've already played this season? What are you going to be relaying to your team before the tip-off tonight?
I think just for us, starting to prepare for our playoffs, so taking some of the things that I want to, execute, come playoff time, and start working some of those things into our defensive scheme and our offensive scheme. That and just playing hard. I think we need to put together a full game where we don't take breaks on defense. You've probably heard me say that way too many times, but we can't take possessions off. And so I'm looking for our guys to do that. And then, offensively, I think we need to shoot with confidence. So that'll be another message too. Shoot with confidence. Don't take any possessions off. Value the ball. And, I like our chances versus them. We've matched up pretty well with them in the past, the last 3 games. So I'm hoping we can, get over the hump and, beat Cass Lake, which is they're a well-coached team. They got good athletes, good players. But I would love it if our guys could get over the hump and beat them. So hoping tonight's the night for that.
Sounds like a plan. Jordan Ackerman, coach of the Pine River-Backus Tigers here, joining us for our Station 371 pregame show. Jordan, appreciate your time as always, and best of luck to you, of course, against the Panthers tonight.
Thanks, Sam.
You are listening to the Station 371 pregame show as we are set for the Pine River-Backus Tigers to take on the Cass Lake-Bena Panthers on homegrown local radio and yourliveevent.com. Coming up, we will be wrapping up our pregame show, talking about the matchup on paper, keys to the game, and more, and eventually we will get to the start of the action. That's all coming up on Cash 95 and yourliveevent.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
This is Jim Berkmeyer, owner of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Together with Bernie, we're inviting you to join us on a tour of Victoria, Vancouver, and the Canadian Rockies, July 14th through 23rd. On this tour, we'll visit historic Victoria, tour the breathtaking Butchert Gardens, and experience the stunning scenery of the Canadian Rockies via rails train. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ. Learn more about this tour and watch the travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Remember the keyword RJ.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. Hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kix, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Welcome back to Pine River-Backus High School. Sam Parsons with you here. We just heard our pregame chat with Coach Jordan Ackerman just moments ago. So a big thank you once again to Coach Ackerman for, as always, giving me his thoughts on what's to come here in tonight's game. And now, as I said, we'll take a look at this matchup on paper, folks. Starting with the visiting Cass Lake-Bena Panthers. We've alluded to it a couple of times here already in our Station 371 pregame show, but they have had a fantastic season to this point. Cass Lake, 16-1, coached by Alvin Wynn. They come into this game ranked 6th among Class A teams in the state. They were last in action on Monday, picking up a convincing win over conference foe Kelleher Northome, 85-48. The Panthers won their first 15 games of the season, and they were ranked 2nd in the state before suffering their first loss to Belgrade Bruton El Rosa a week ago. They lost 82-69, and then as a result of that, BBE leapfrogged them in the rankings and is now 5th in the state, while again the Panthers are 6th. The Panthers are scoring 82.9 points per game this season as a team, surrendering 54.8, so obviously this is a very explosive offense. Anytime you're averaging over 80 points a game, you're doing darn well. For the PRB Tigers, coached by Jordan Ackerman, again, they are 9-11 on the season, 1 week removed from their last game, a 68-49 loss to Cherry in a matinee game. Brady Bristow led the Tigers with 16 points, while Ryan Struess contributed 12, and Andrew Bukers added 11. The Tigers fell behind late in the first half, by a decent deficit, but then they rallied early in that second half to make things interesting. You kind of heard Coach Ackerman talk about that as well. Ultimately, though, Cherry was able to pull away late and get the win by 19 points. With their game, with the Tigers game on Tuesday against LaPorte being postponed, this makes it now back-to-back matchups for the Tigers against top 20 ranked teams in the state. So I've kind of alluded to it, folks. If you've been following along with me through this PRB season so far, I've talked about it a lot with both, honestly, both their boys and their girls teams. They've both played tough schedules for both their basketball teams. So I'm going to keep talking about it until it proves to be not true, which is not going to happen because I know that both teams are facing tough teams even down the stretch here, including tonight. PRB scoring 58.8 points per game on the season. They are allowing 62.3 points per game as a team. As far as the history of this matchup goes, being Northland Conference teams that play each other twice a year, it's obviously rather extensive. This is round 2 of this conference matchup this season, with Cass Lake-Bena getting the better of PRB the first time around, winning 77-63 back in December. Overall, Cass Lake-Bena has won 12 matchups in a row over PRB, with the Tigers last getting a win in December of 2015, their last win over the Panthers. That paints a pretty grim picture if you are a PRB fan, but what I should say about that 12-game losing streak to Cass Lake-Bena is that a lot of these games have actually been close. We've seen a lot of double or single-digit losses to Cass Lake-Bena in that time frame, including last year. I believe it was actually PRB's first game of the season against Cass Lake-Bena, and I think that they lost 85-77. They've had a few 3-point losses. I think there was a 2-point loss in there at one point. Just really, PRB actually plays Cass Lake-Bena pretty well. That was something that Coach Jordan Ackerman also talked about in our pregame conversation with him. He said, we tend to match up decently well with this team no matter how good they are. And with this being a rivalry, the age-old saying is that rivalry games are not played on paper. I think that holds true with this because no matter what the team quality has been over the last 5-6 years between these two teams, PRB has played them close. So I certainly hope to see a similar trend, or I hope to see that trend continue here tonight, and I hope that we get a good game between these two teams. As far as the keys to this game go, well, for PRB, a lot does have to go right. Anytime you're playing against the number 6 team in the state, you have to make a lot of things happen, and it starts with their shooting. Cass Lake-Bena, I noticed, also passes the ball really, really well. And I also called that game last year that PRB lost 85-77. They're also a young team, pass the ball really, really well. So PRB's defense comes into the fold in that regard. Coach Jordan Ackerman of PRB really, really takes pride in his defensive approach and getting his guys ready to go and playing defense out there. And if they can clog those passing lanes, make it difficult for Cass Lake-Bena to move the ball around, then they can be in good shape. For Cass Lake-Bena, I think that the key for them is discipline, because you don't want to send PRB to the free throw line too much. You don't want to give them any free points. That's what happens. Anytime you're the favorite, to me, it starts with your discipline and just playing your game straight up. I think that's always the case whenever any team is a big favorite. So that's, I think, the key to the game for Cass Lake-Bena, staying out of foul trouble, staying disciplined out there. Neither team, it appears, has a really big size advantage at all, just kind of eyeballing it out there. I don't have listed heights for the Cass Lake-Bena team, but they don't look any taller really than PRB does, and vice versa. So I don't think that really comes into the fold here today. So like I said, I don't think that's a really big key to the game. So we'll stay with the aforementioned keys to the game for what should happen tonight. Folks, we're going to wrap up our Station 371 pregame show here by just thanking our pregame sponsor. Station 371, you can restock on food, fuel, and bait at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, and is the only area fuel station with kerosene and off-road diesel. Station 371 in Pine River. Folks, we'll step aside, and momentarily they will be playing the national anthem here at PRB, and then we will get going with this game. Excited for it. Going to hear a word from our sponsors and come back for the start of the action. It is Pine River-Backus versus Cass Lake-Bena on yourliveevent.com and Cash 95.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. On the Bud Light main stage, hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrants, Kicks, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River is once again hosting a breast cancer fundraising tournament. Have some fun and help out a great cause Saturday, January 29th. Everyone is welcome to this 9-pin no-tap tournament starting at 9 a.m. $35 tax-deductible entry fee. Please consider donating items to the silent auction to raise even more. We'll come pick it up. Community Bowl and Pizzeria's breast cancer fundraising tournament, January 29th. Call Community Bowl at 218-587-3100 for more information, to register, or donate. At R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, we aspire to provide the best in local sports coverage for our area teams. Listen to our Wake the Lakes morning show for local news, weather, and sports every weekday morning from 6 to 9. If you're enjoying the video coverage for the PRB Tigers, thank the sponsoring businesses you see advertising. They make it possible. If you're a business owner and want to reach our viewers and listeners, go to yourliveevent.com and click Advertise. That's yourliveevent.com. Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
And welcome back to Pine River-Backus High School. Sam Parsons with you here. Just heard the national anthem, which means that In mere moments, we will get started with tonight's action between the Pine River-Backus Tigers and the Cass Lake-Bena Panthers in boys basketball here on homegrown local radio, Cash 95 and YourLiveEvent.com. That's WWWIFM Pillager, Brainerd Baxter, Cash 95. They're announcing the starting lineups there on the floor, so we will do the same for you here on the radio as well as on video stream. We'll start with the visiting Cass Lake-Bena Panthers. They are starting sophomore number 3, Caden Lee. Sophomore number 4, Dominic Fairbanks. Junior number 20, Trayvon Lee. Senior number 22, Leroy Fairbanks. And senior number 24, Darren Brown. Just a quick little FYI for you folks. With there being only 3 unique last names, I feel like I've been dealing with this for my last several broadcasts with all these family members out there. I'm probably going to be referring to some of the Cass Lake kids by their first names just so that way you know who I'm talking about. But anyway, for the PRB Tigers, their starting lineup is as follows. They have junior 5'7" guard number 2, Irvin Tulenchik. Senior 6' guard number 4, Brady Bristow. Junior 5'11" guard number 23, Jared Hamilton. Sophomore 6'3" forward number 24, Andrew Bukers. And junior 6'3" post number 40, Ryan Struess. It's going to be Jared Hamilton here going up against Darren Brown for the tip-off. PRB wearing their home black unis, Cass Lake-Bena in their road whites. PRB going left to right on your radio dial, and the tip is won by the Panthers. Away we go. Here is Caden Lee, the sophomore for the Panthers, with the ball right away and taking his time by the PRB logo. They get it down low with a nice play, and a great pass to Dominic Fairbanks is going to set up 2 points for the Panthers right out the gate. Bristow, left side. Back to him. Layup. Good drive. Got the 2 points. Brady Bristow putting PRB on the board, and it's now a tie game. Here's Caden Lee for the Panthers now into the offensive zone. Running point. Getting it to the elbow. That's Leroy Fairbanks. Fairbanks at the free throw line. Sidesteps. Pass right into the hands here of Hamilton. Hamilton driving in. Trips. And they're going to get him for a travel. I'm not sure what Hamilton tripped over, if he tripped over the ankle of Fairbanks there, but either way, he fell down. He's kind of limping a little bit, but looks like he's in a position to just kind of jog it off, and he seems fine. Panthers back with the ball. It is Dominic Fairbanks now at the PRB logo. Dominic passes to Leroy. Fairbanks to Fairbanks. Dominic lays it up. No good, but rebounded by Brown. Brown kicks it out. Leroy Fairbanks out to Trayvon Lee. Lee for 3. Got it. Trayvon Lee with the first long-range field goal of the game, and it's 5-2. Brady Bristow with the ball now for the PRB Tigers, taking it up the court. Full court press here from Cass Lake-Bena as Andrew Bukers is able to get the pass in. Bristow stopped for the 3, down low. They're able to find Andrew Bukers. Andrews got himself 2 points there. A nice play, good passing combination from Bristow to Tulenchik to Bukers, getting 2 points for the Tigers. Here's Caden Lee, steps back, 15-foot jump shot off the mark, rebounded by Bristow. Panthers up by 1 over PRB, 5-4 the score. Bristow steps back, puts it up for 3, got it. Brady Bristow drills a 3-pointer right there from the top of the key to take the lead for the Tigers, and it's 7-5. Handoff here is to Trayvon Lee. Trayvon gets it to Caden. Caden now to the left elbow and back down to Caden. Reverse layup, got it. Tie game after that lay-in by Caden Lee to make it 7-7 with about a little less than 16 minutes left here in the first half. Pass to the left side. Bristow works it up, fires this one to Jared Hamilton. That's a little too high, and Bristow patting his chest saying, that's my bad. A bit high on the pass, out of bounds. That'll turn the ball back over to the Panthers. Here's Dominic Fairbanks up the floor. Hands it off to Caden Lee. Caden to Trayvon Lee. Trayvon going to his right. They keep on handing it off around the perimeter here, and now they get it to Fairbanks. Leroy driving in, lays it up, can't get it to go. It's rebounded by Bristow. Bristow taking it up the court now for the Tigers. Into the corner. Tulenchik to Hamilton. Down low looking for Bukers. Bukers takes the foul, and he's got 2 free throw shots coming up. Again, a nice pass that time by Tulenchik. They call Trayvon Lee for the foul. His first team foul for either team. Andrew Bukers at the line for the first free throws of this game. First one is going to clank off the iron, left side, no good. Score remains tied at 7-7, PRB and CLB. Bucher's second of 2 is going to rim in, and that's going to make it a 1-point lead for the PRB Tigers. Caden Lee, they work it now to Dominic Fairbanks, back out to Caden, driving in. Layup no good, rebounded by Trayvon Lee, who takes it back out, and now Dominic Fairbanks for 3. So that's going to rattle off, no good, and that's rebounded by Bristow. Here's Hamilton now for the Tigers. Working to his right around the arc, hands this one off to Tulinchik. Tulinchik feeds it to Buchers. Buchers back to Hamilton on the right wing. Looking like man-to-man defense for Lake-Bena in the early going here. Hamilton trying to drive in. That's going to bounce off his ankle, and now it's going to get taken by the Panthers. They get it up here to Dominic Fairbanks, and he lays it in for 2. 9-8 the score. Lake-Bena with a slim lead over Pine River-Backus. Here's Tulinchik, left side now for the PRB Tigers. Getting it to Struess. Ryan Struess at the elbow. Hanging on to it, looking for a man. Dominic Fairbanks with him, or excuse me, that's Leroy Fairbanks. Now he kicks it out to Tulinchik. Tulinchik, spin move on Lee, puts it up, off the mark, no good. Rebounded. Lake-Bena, good touch pass here. Now they kick it out to Caden Lee. Lee, nice no-look pass there to Leroy Fairbanks, and Leroy's got 2. 11-8 now, as it's up to Struess now for the PRB Tigers. Stolen here by Caden Lee. What a play, and Lee is all alone, taking that in. Thought about dunking it, but instead just got up level with the rim and touched it in for 2 points, making it now 13-8. Lake-Bena on a 6-point run. Here's Jared Hamilton for the Tigers. Right wing, he'll pass it to Bristow. Caden Lee working on Bristow here defensively. Bristow takes it and able to get by Lee. Good pick by Struess, and Bristow has a pair. 13-10. Here is Caden Lee for the Panthers. Feeds this one, and off the hands of Brown, and now we're going to get a stoppage of play. Ball in Hamilton's hands. They are going to call that foul. Seems like it's going to be on number 24, Darren Brown of Lake-Bena, and that's his first personal foul. Second team foul now for the Panthers, and now it's Andrew Buchers with it. 12:50 to go here in the first half. Irvin Tulinchik now, right wing, gets it, top of the key to Struess. Out to Hamilton, who tries a 3. That's going to miss off the rim, a little long, and rebounded by Dominic Fairbanks. Dominic to Caden. Caden Lee on the left wing. Jared Hamilton sticking with him defensively. They wrap it around the perimeter here to Leroy Fairbanks. Leroy kicks it out. Open is Dominic for 3. Got it. A bingo for Dominic Fairbanks, and it's 16-10. Here's Andrew Buchers driving in, getting it now to Struess. Out to Hamilton. Hamilton on the left. 12 minutes left here in the first half. They get it now to Tulinchik at the top of the key. Tulinchik finds Bristow. Bristow stepping back for 3. Can't get it to go. That's off to the left, and it's rebounded by Lee. Caden gets it up to Dominic Fairbanks. Floater for Fairbanks off the backboard. Not going to fall, and it's rebounded by Bristow. Tigers back with it. 16-10. Tigers trail by 6. Tulinchik into the corner. Hamilton on the right side here. Across the way, looking for Bristow. Almost breaking it up there was Trayvon Lee, but Bristow comes up with it. Now tries a jump shot off the glass, off the mark. Rebounded by the Panthers. They get it up to Leroy Fairbanks. Fairbanks kicks it out. Trayvon Lee out to Caden for 3. Buries it. And now we're going to get a timeout. Timeout taken by Coach Jordan Ackerman, and a necessary one, I would say, there, with it now being at 19-10, and the Lake-Bena Panthers have outscored the PRB Tigers 12-2 in about the last 3 minutes or so of game action. So we'll step aside, take a quick break, and see how the Tigers handle this one out of the break on Cash 95 and YourLiveEvent.com.
Schrupp Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Schrupp Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basements, septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 37 years and still digging it right. Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC, online at schruppexcavating.com.
And welcome back to PRB High School from the Cub Foods at Brainerd Baxter Studios. Sam Parsons with you here. The Cass Lake-Bena Panthers have the early lead on PRB 19-10 as this one here is inbounded to Jared Hamilton. Hamilton taking it to the free throw line, stops up there. Looking for somebody, going to find Struess. Struess to Tulinchik. Tigers looking for an opening, trying to create it with some movement here. They get it down low to Struess, and Struess gets the ball almost ripped away. They're going to call a jump ball here as Aiden White, who's in the game now for the Panthers, was jockeying for it. Possession arrow pointing toward the Tigers for now, so they will keep it. Tulinchik inbounds at Bristow. Touch in. Nice. Nice play there by the Tigers to get to. 19-12 the score now. Caden Lee working it to Leroy Fairbanks. Now Trayvon taking it in, kicking it out. Leroy again. Leroy gets it across. Here's White. Buries it. Aiden White now coming into the game off the bench and has 3 points. Just like that, and it's 22-12. Hamilton for the Tigers. Taking it to the baseline. Kicks it out to Bristow. Left side here, Bristow to his right, passes to Struess. Struess takes the three. He knocks it down. I thought that rattled out, but it rattled out and then in. And Ryan Struess, the big man, the space eater for the Tigers, has himself a three-pointer. Caden Lee taking it right back for the Panthers. Can't get the layup to go. Tigers back with it. Here's Bristow kicking it out. Andrew Bukers to the hole. Got it. Tigers have cut the deficit now to 5. Here's Leroy Fairbanks baseline, kicks it out. White to Lee, to the other Fairbanks. Dominic for 3, got it. And they answer with a 3. It's now 25-17. Panthers with the lead here with 9:40 to go in the first half. Tulinchik on the right wing. Passes to Hamilton. They wrap it around back to Tulinchik down low. Nice play to Struess off the glass. Struess has a couple. Making it now 25-19. Tigers hanging in there. Here's Leroy Fairbanks outside the arc. Driving to the bucket. Lays it up, can't get it to go. Trayvon Lee kicks it out. White for 3. Rattles off. And Bristow touches that one as it goes out. But they also say that Dominic Fairbanks was there and he was the last one to touch it. So Tigers will take it back. 6-point game. Panthers lead. The PRB Tigers just about halfway through the first half here. Bristow to Bukers on the inbound pass. Bukers left side, hands it to Tulinchik. Tulinchik will now give it to Struess at the top of the key. Struess trying to get by Brown, kicks it out to Hamilton. Hamilton to his right. And we're going to get a foul. That one should be on Cass Lake. Clock stops with 8:51, and yes, they call Caden Arita there for his first personal foul. Third team foul of the half for the Panthers. Tigers have yet to commit one, so they've been very disciplined. Inbounded to Bristow, who pulls the trigger. Cannot get the three-pointer to fall, and it's rebounded by Lee. Caden Lee, free throw line, kicks it out. Arita, back to Lee. Lee to the hole, kicks it out. White, free throw line, finds Brown. They wrap it around. Lee again in the corner. Lee to Fairbanks. That's Dominic. Now getting it to Darren Brown. Brown laying it up and in. That's Darren Brown with his first field goal of the game, and it's 27-19. Struess into the front court. Ball knocked out of bounds that time, but oh no, they said that it slipped out. I thought that Caden Lee touched that, but no. Evidently it just slipped out of Struess's hand and went out of bounds. That's a turnover. Panthers back with it. Here's Arita. And it looks like we're going to get a foul now called on the Panthers offensively. They're going to get Darren Brown for that one. I'm actually not sure what that was because that was away from the ball. Either way, Tiger ball now with 8 minutes left here in the first half. Buchers to the right side has Hamilton. And they get it around to Bristow on the left. Top of the key now, it's a Tulinchik. Irvin going to feed this one to Andrew Buchers. Buchers runs into Tulinchik here, but Tulinchik stays there, picks up the ball, gets it back to Buchers. Buchers steps back, short jump shot. That's going to miss. Rebounded by Caden Lee, who rushes the pass up. White, open look for 2. Aiden White with 5 points now for the Panthers off the bench, and it's a 10-point game. 29-19 with 7.5 minutes left in the first half. Bristow, top of the key, finds Struess. Still man-to-man defense for the Panthers here. As now they get it to Tulinchik. Tulinchik tries a 3. That's going to miss short. Ball rolling around. Bristow comes up with it. Bristow trying a under-the-hand layup there. That's going to miss, but they will say that Caden Lee touched that one on its way out. Looks like Kingsley Whitebird is now going to sub in for the Panthers, taking Dominic Fairbanks out. Still no substitutions for the Tigers, just about 11 minutes into this game. Tulinchik from the baseline, looking for an open man. He's going to find one in Hamilton. Hamilton in the corner. To his left, now finds Struess. Struess trying to back down Brown. Tries the hook shot, that's going to miss, and it's rebounded here by the Panthers. Quick pass, Arita. Arita's got 2. Arita was open under the net, and he converted there. Right side now, Hamilton for the Tigers, down by 12. Tigers need something here. Hamilton drives in. And a nice touch shot there by Jared Hamilton, and he's got his first points of the game. 31-21 the score now. Lee to the right side, or left side, it's White. Missing off the back iron, no good with the three-pointer, and that's rebounded by the Tigers. 6:20 to go in the first half. Pass to Tulinchik. Tulinchik to his left. Stops up. Great pass to Buchers, and Buchers takes a foul. I've been very impressed with Irvin Tulinchik's passes this season in a basketball capacity. I feel like I shouldn't be, knowing that he plays quarterback for the football team here. That's just kind of wired into his brain. But now Andrew Buchers at the line, ready to shoot 2 free throws as a result, and he drills the first one, nothing but net. Looks like Robert Buchers going to sub in now for PRB, taking Brady Bristow out for a blow. Lake-Bena now with 5 team fouls, PRB with 0, and it's been a great, clean game for the Tigers in that regard as Buchers goes 2 for 2 from the line to make it an 8-point game. Left side here is Caden Arita. He kicks out. Now Caden Lee. Lee from the free throw line has it to Arita. One Caden to another Caden, and back to Lee for 3. Misses off the back iron. And it's rebounded by Robert Buchers. Good hustle play, and now Robert looks like he's going to take a foul here. Nice hustle play that time by Robert Buchers. They get Aiden White for the foul that time, and it was the 6th by Lake-Bena this half. 5:55 to go in the first half. It's 31-23 as it's inbounded here to Jared Hamilton of the Tigers. Hamilton into the front court on the left side. Robert Buchers around to Tulinchik. Tulinchik is going to pass now to Struess. Struess upside to Andrew. Andrew Buchers, top of the key, around the perimeter to Hamilton. Hamilton moves to his left. Passes away here to Andrew Buchers. Andrew pulls up. They get it to the opposite corner now, back to Hamilton. Hamilton steps back, finds Robert, top of the key. Robert to Irvin. Irvin Tulinchik steps back. Aggressive pass that time for Andrew Buchers is not going to pay off as it's stolen by Caden Lee. Lee steps back into the corner. Rita back to Lee, and now we're going to get an over and back potentially. Oh, and it's Struess coming up with it. What a play by Ryan Struess, and he catches up with it, lays it in for 2, and it's a 6-point game. Caden Lee with the ball now for the Panthers. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half, and now a ball that's going to go off of Lee's foot out of bounds. Oh, they will say it wasn't Lee's foot. Evidently, it was Robert Buchers' foot over there on the opposite side, as Andrew Buchers going to sub out here for Brady Bristow, who is now back in the game. Trayvon Lee Inbounds it to Dominic Fairbanks as the Panthers now have their starting 5 back out there. Darren Brown for 3, sinks it. Nothing but net that time for Darren Brown. And he becomes the 5th player for Cass Lake-Bena to hit a 3-pointer in this half. It's a 9-point game. 34-25. Hamilton, open pat to the bucket, takes it and makes it. That's what you like to see out of Jared Hamilton. And it's a 7-point game. Leroy Fairbanks now for the Panthers, left side. They wrap it around to Trayvon Lee, who takes a 3 and buries it. His second 3-pointer of the game. Now it's 37-27. This high-powered Cass Lake-Bena offense is they're living up to their billing here so far. Tulinchik with a pass to Bristow. Bristow to his left. Finds Struess. Struess to the hole. Now finds Robert Buchers, and Buchers puts it in off the glass. 2-pointer makes it an 8-point game. Fairbanks into the front court for the Panthers, finds the other Fairbanks, Leroy, across the way. They find Brown, Darren Brown. We're going to get a travel called that time on Brown, as great defense by Robert Buchers trying to wrestle the ball away. All Brown could do was just keep walking, and he walked a little too much. Inbounded here to Struess. Struess finds Hamilton. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Now pass by Hamilton, deflected right away. Laying it up and in, and 1 for Kingsley Whitebird of the Panthers. For his first 2 points of the game, now Kingsley Whitebird is going to head to the charity stripe and attempt his first free throw of this game. Andrew Buchers subbing in now for the Tigers, taking out Jared Hamilton for the first time. It's a 10-point game. Could be an 11-point game if number 11 for the Panthers, Whitebird, is able to convert the 3-point play here. Whitebird puts it up and misses off the right side. No good. Struess running point now for the Tigers. Looking to pass. He's going to find Tulinchik. Tulinchik to Bristow. See what Bristow does on Trayvon Lee defensively here. He'll pass left side. Struess. Struess kicks it out to Tulinchik. Dominic Fairbanks with him. Tulinchik to his left. Around to Bristow. On the left side. Bristow now stops inside the arc. Kicks it out to Struess. 3 minutes left in the first half. Struess at the elbow. Gets it out. Bristow, top of the key. Bristow steps back to the volleyball line. Now passes left side to Tulinchik. Irvin down low looking for Robert Buchers. Nice pass, but Buchers unable to get both hands on it, and that's going to go out of bounds, turning the ball over to Cass Lake-Bena, and it looks like we're going to get a timeout from Coach Alvin Wind of the Panthers. We'll step aside. It is 39-29. Cass Lake-Bena leads Pine River-Backus. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Back with you here. Sam Parsons fresh out of the break as the PRB Tigers are down by 10 to the 6th ranked Cass Lake-Bena Panthers. Got about 2.5 minutes left here in the first half. And I should mention that the Tigers' streak of foul-less play ended with that near 3-point play by Cass Lake-Bena. PRB has now committed 1 team foul in this half. Been a very clean half for them in that regard. As Leroy Fairbanks passes to Trayvon Lee out of the break here. Now a pass knocked out of bounds this time by Andrew Buchers here on the near side. So Cass Lake-Bena will reset near the half-court line, and they'll inbound it to Trayvon Lee. Trayvon gets this one to Leroy. Leroy across the way to Dominic, who I assume is his brother. Down low, they get it to White. Aiden White Now they wrap it around to Leroy Fairbanks, and a pass going to be behind Kingsley Whitebird and into the hands of Ryan Struess. Good defense. Here come the Tigers. 12:10 to go here in the first half. Bristow going to find Hamilton. Hamilton now top of the key finds Struess. They wrap it around to Buchers down low. Hamilton backing down, puts it up. Nice turnaround jump shot, and Jared Hamilton displaying some nice touch around the net here. Has 6 points for the Tigers, and it's 39-31 Panthers. PRB offense has come to play tonight, but the Cass Lake offense has also come to play tonight. And we're going to get a foul. Looks like an offensive foul here on Cass Lake-Bena away from the ball. They're going to call Aiden White on that one. That was his second, and that is going to send, or never mind, not going to send anybody to the line because that was an offensive foul. So here we go. That was the 7th foul for Cass Lake-Bena, however, so a big one, as Bristow with the ball now for the Tigers is going to find Buchers on the right wing. Andrew to Struess. Struess finds Hamilton on the left. And we're going to get a foul now under the net. I think that one's going to be on Aiden White as well. And yes, that was another foul by Aiden White, his 3rd. That's a bench player as well. So he's going to need to be careful for the rest of the game here, as Andrew Buchers is going to be sent to the line here. Aiden White now going to sub out for Caden Lee. A fun fact about this game, folks, we have 3 Cadens in action tonight, and they are all spelled differently. Andrew Buchers at the line. He is 3 for 4 so far shooting free throws. 1-on-1 opportunity. He gets his first. So he will get a second one here. This is the kind of stuff that PRB needs. Down by 7. And now down by 6 as that one swishes in from Andrew Buchers, 39-33. Lee for the Panthers to the other Lee, Trayvon, back to Caden. Now Leroy Fairbanks out to Caden, down low to Trayvon. Looking like zone defense as Leroy Fairbanks tries a 3 and cashes in the big man for Cass Lake-Bena, making his first 3-pointer of the game and becoming the 6th player for the Panthers to make one from long range. Now it's a 9-point game. Here's Bristow. Drives in. Lays it up off the mark. Rebounded by Caden Lee. Lee rushes this one up to Dominic Fairbanks behind the back pass to Leroy, and Leroy puts it in off the backboard. Well, what a play that time by the Panthers, putting on an offensive clinic here in the first half. I honestly have I don't even have a lot of complaints about the PRB defense. This has just been an amazing offensive performance in the first half by Cass Lake-Bena. Down low, a pass to Struess. Struess has it off the glass for 2 to make it a single-digit game again. 44-35. We'll see what Caden Lee has to say about it now for the Panthers. He's going to find Leroy Fairbanks on the right wing. Leroy to Trayvon. Trayvon blocked by Ryan Struess. 20 seconds left here in the first half. PRB Tigers, and it looks like Ackerman, Coach Jordan Ackerman of the Tigers, signaling that he wants just one more possession here in this half, so they're going to try to take the clock down. Andrew Buchers, 8 seconds left. Left side, Hamilton. Down low to Struess, 5 seconds. Struess puts it up. That's going to lay in, and the clock expires. Nice stretch to end the half there for Ryan Struess and the PRB Tigers. It is 44-37 at the half. The Cass Lake-Bena Panthers have the lead by 7. We'll take a quick break, accumulate all of our stats. We had a lot of scoring in that first half, folks. Excited to recap it and more during our halftime break. But first, a word from our lovely sponsors who have made our coverage possible for Pine River-Backus Sports. We'll step aside, hear from them, and be right back here on Cash 95 and YourLiveEvent.com.
PRB Tigers Action with Your Live Event is made possible by the advertising businesses you see throughout this broadcast. They help ensure that we can bring you the coverage at the best price, free. Please thank and support our sponsoring businesses. If you own a business or your organization wants to reach the listeners and viewers of Your Live Event and RNJ Broadcasting Incorporated, go to YourLiveEvent.com and click Advertise or contact one of the offices in Brainerd or Aiken. Enjoy the broadcast.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. On the Bud Light main stage, hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kicks, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River is holding a fundraising tournament Saturday, February 12th for owner Sandy Zoldi as she fights leukemia. Everyone is welcome. Two-person teams bowling 3 games, 2 p.m. start with $50 entry fee per person. There's also a benefit for Sandy at the Pine River Legion Sunday, February 20th starting at 3. Let's help save Sandy. Community Bowls fundraising tournament February 12th and benefit February 20th. Call Community Bowl at 218-587-3100 for information to register or donate.
Country Doc Veterinary Clinic in Pine River is proud to support radio coverage of our area athletes. No matter the sport, they salute the kids and coaches for all their dedication and wish them all the best of luck. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic thanks all the coaches, staff, and volunteers for taking the time to provide our area kids plenty of opportunities. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic is located east of Pine River on County Road 1, providing compassionate small animal care for your beloved pets.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
Back with you here at Pine River-Backus High School. Sam Parsons with you, and we are at halftime after an explosive first half offensively, really for both teams, but in particular for Cass Lake-Bena. Saw just some fireworks from long range from the Panthers. So certainly nothing to complain about if you're a Cass Lake-Bena fan, as they are up 44-37 here at the half. Taking a look at the stats that we had from that first half, starting with the visiting Panthers, they were led points-wise by Dominic Fairbanks, who scored 10 points. They also, they spread their points all around. They had Leroy Fairbanks and Caden Lee each contributing 7, Trayvon Lee with 6, Aiden White and Darren Brown each had 5, and then Caden Arita and Kingsley Whitebird each had 2. For the PRB Tigers, they were led in that first half by Ryan Struess with 11, Andrew Bukers and Brady Bristow each had 9, Jared Hamilton with 6, and Robert Bukers with 2. Folks, I'm just honestly impressed with all the scoring that we had in that first half. It's not often that you see a first half with over 80 points between the two teams, but that is what we got. And really, the story, I think, was Cass Lake-Bena's long-range shooting. They were absolutely on fire from long range. And it was really, PRB offensively did an amazing job scoring on most of their the vast majority of their possessions, really. They just hit a lot of two-pointers in comparison to Cass Lake-Bena's three-pointers. Cass Lake-Bena, as I said, they got 3-point contributions from 6 different players, and in total, they made 8 three-pointers in that first half compared to only 2 for PRB. So you can imagine, I feel like the rate of scoring between these two teams has been pretty similar. It was pretty similar in that first half. It's just Cass Lake-Bena was scoring more points because they were shooting longer. It's weird how that works sometimes, but sometimes it really is just that simple. Talking about keys to the second half here, I think that PRB obviously is going to have to, it's tough for me to sit here up here while I'm just completely out of shape and say, hey, guys, and I'm just also not good at basketball at all physically. And just for me to sit up here and say, oh, PRB's got to switch it up on defense and try to throw some other things at Cass Lake-Bena here. It's kind of hard to just conjure up a good defensive scheme against a team that's as high-powered offensively as Lake-Bena. As I said, they are averaging 83 points a game this season as a team. Not far off that pace here tonight. Actually, a little bit better, of course, but PRB defensively, obviously, I think they're going to need to be a little bit more aggressive beyond the arc. I think that's really the only answer that they have, because they did commit only one team foul, I should say, in that first half. So they have a lot to work with regard to that. So they won't have to worry about anybody being in foul trouble for a long time. I think that they just need to be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more physical, specifically beyond the arc. But obviously, don't want to overextend either. You don't want to leave those buckets open from close range for Cass Lake, and they really do a good job of passing down low as well. So, again, a lot just needs to go right for PRB against a team that's this good. But at the same time, they got to keep doing what they're doing offensively. I think that if you're a PRB fan watching this game, you got to be ecstatic with the way that this offense has been playing. PRB has moved the ball extremely well, and they found some nice, good looks down low. Seen just some really good touch plays down low from Jared Hamilton, Brady Bristow, and Ryan Struess alike. All those guys getting a lot of points near the bucket, so you get that from moving the ball well, and we have certainly seen that from the PRB offense. I think for Cass Lake-Bena, the key is, again, it's the same as it was before the game started, and what got them here really is discipline. They kind of were not that amazing discipline-wise in that first half because they did commit 8 team fouls, but they're not putting themselves in trouble with that. So if they can just keep doing what they're doing there, and obviously keep doing what you're doing offensively, then they're going to be able to make it to the finish line here with their 17th win of the season. That's just what I think for the second half here. We're going to take a quick break. We just have a couple of minutes left until the second half begins. But for now, actually, before we send you to a quick break here, I just want to say a big thank you to all the sponsors for making our coverage of Pine River-Backus sports possible. Folks, if you hear or see, if you're watching on video stream, if you hear or see any sponsors that you normally support or want to support, and you are a fan of seeing PRB sports get covered on the airwaves, be sure to thank them next time you see them. Tell them that you like the fact that they support Pine River-Backus sports on the airwaves. And of course, if you are a business owner here in the Lakes area and you want to help support this cause as well, well then be sure to get in touch with our sales staff at R&J Broadcasting. So with that happy note out of the way, I will step aside, and we will come back to start coverage of the second half of action between the Pine River-Backus Tigers and the Cass Lake-Bena Panthers here on Cash 95 and YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Jim Berkmeyer, owner of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Together with Bernie, we're inviting you to join us on a tour of Victoria, Vancouver, and the Canadian Rockies, July 14th through 23rd. On this tour, we'll visit historic Victoria, tour the breathtaking Butchert Gardens, and experience the stunning scenery of the Canadian Rockies via rails train. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ. Learn more about this tour and watch the travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Remember the keyword RJ.
And we're back, just like that. Very, very quick break, folks. I told you it was going to be a quick break. I believe I did anyway. But while we are waiting for the teams to take the court here, I just want to say thank you to, I thanked our sponsors right before the break, but in particular our big deal sponsors, because after this game we're going to be giving out some post-game awards, including of course our big deal player of the game, and it seems like I'm going to have a tough call. I say that a lot, but this has been, we've seen a lot of good performances in this game so far. But thank you to Brandel Motors of Aiken, Riverwood Healthcare, Willie's Marine of McGregor, the Pizza Ranch in Baxter and Little Falls, Whippler Precast here in Pine River, and W.W. Thompson Concrete Products of Brainerd. We'll thank the rest of our big deal sponsors later as we are ready to go here for the second half play. Inbound pass for the Cass Lake-Bena Panthers goes to Dominic Fairbanks. Dominic passes to Leroy on the left side. They get it across to Caden Lee on the right for 3. Rattles off, rimmed out, and that's going to get rebounded by Dominic Fairbanks. For the Panthers, they stay in the offensive zone here. Leroy, left side, gets it across. Caden Lee down low, puts it up. Nice pass, nice shot. And a 2 points. 2 points good for the Cass Lake-Bena Panthers, 46-37 out of the half. Here is Brady Bristow now for the PRB Tigers, going right to left now on your radio dial. Up to the right side, it is Andrew Buchers. Good pass down low to Bristow. Bristow, uncontested, has 2 points down low. Cutting the deficit to 7. Once again, left side, here's Darren Brown, top of the key to Trayvon Lee. Trayvon hands it off to Dominic. Dominic pump fakes, puts it up from close range. No good, rebounded by the Tigers. And now Bristow gonna take a foul near half court here. That one's gonna get called on Dominic Fairbanks. That was his first personal foul. First team foul of the half for the Panthers. And if you're the Tigers, you like to see that. Inbounded to Andrew Buchers, and now, just like that, Buchers trying to pass to Struess. That's going to get knocked out of bounds by Darren Brown. So Irvin Tulenchik will be inbounding it here from the baseline. He gets it into Hamilton, now near side Bristow. Fairbanks right with Bristow as he gets this one away to Tulenchik. Back to Bristow. Good help side defense for the Panthers, who are now running 2-3 zone. Tulenchik, right side, Hamilton. Hamilton back across to Bristow for 3, buries it. It is good for Brady Bristow, and he has, just looking at this, it looks like he has 14 points now for the PRB Tigers, all 5 of them here in the second half. 46-42 the score. Dominic Fairbanks with a pass. Leroy behind the back to Dominic. Off the mark, rebounded by Darren Brown, and now we're going to get a jump ball right under the net there, and I believe the possession arrow is pointing toward Lake-Bena. I stand corrected. The arrow is actually pointing toward PRB, so now it's Ryan Struess inbounding it here, and the Tigers have a chance to make this a one-possession game. 16 minutes left in the game. It's Bristow. This is where the Tigers really need their guys to step up. Don't be scared of the team that you're playing against. I don't think that's the case. As here is Andrew Buchers. Left side, pass almost broken up by Leroy Fairbanks, but it's right back to Buchers, who lays it in, and that's now going to make it a 2-point game. Buchers with 11 points now for the PRB Tigers. It's 46-44. Left side, Caden Lee. Lee, baseline, mid-range jumper, good. And he answers very quickly for the Panthers, 48-44. Panthers with the lead over the Tigers. Hamilton will give it to Tulenchik by half court. Tulenchik back to Hamilton, who pump fakes the 3 across the way to Bristow. Bristow pump fakes the 3, back to Tulenchik, and back to Bristow. Bristow in the corner. Back to Tulenchik on the wing to Bristow. Just exchanging Tulenchik and Bristow here. They're okay with it, trying to get their guys free down low. Tulenchik will now find Struess at the top of the key. Struess to Hamilton on the right. Back to Tulenchik. Tulenchik calling the play out. Gets it to Struess at the elbow. Now out to Buchers for 3. That rattles out. Tough luck, and we're going to get a foul under the net, I believe. Yeah, that's on Ryan Struess. That was his second personal foul and the first team foul of the half here for the Tigers. Caden Lee inbounds it to Dominic Fairbanks to run point now for the Panthers. Back to Lee. Caden, left side, layup, good. Caden Lee, of course, one of the best players for Lake-Bena. He's only a sophomore, as this one is passed up to Tulenchik. Tulenchik to Buchers. Hamilton on the left, top of the key. Bristow, pump fakes, takes it in. Now long two-pointer, swish for Brady Bristow. He's had a nice shooting performance in this one. Now it's a 4-point game again. Leroy Fairbanks, right side, pass off the foot of a Tiger, and now laying down with it, Trayvon Lee. It rolls into the hands of Darren Brown. Diving for it was Bristow, and it looks like they're going to get Bristow for the foul with that one. Bristow trying to make the hustle play, unfortunately, is going to be guilty of a foul in the process, and that was his first personal. Second team foul of the half for PRB. Will get an inbound pass from the baseline from Caden Lee momentarily. Caden gets it into Leroy. Leroy backs down Struess. He's not going to miss that close one. 2 points for Leroy Fairbanks, and it's 52-46. Hamilton up to Tulenchik in the right corner. Tigers with the ball around the arc here, and it's still 2-3 zone for Lake-Bena. Tigers have had some success against this defense, though, as Struess kicks it out. Hamilton's open for 3. Drano! Great shot by Jared Hamilton to make it a 3-point game, and it's 52-49. This one's passed to Caden Lee for the Panthers. Lee at the top of the key here. Crossing over, passing to Leroy Fairbanks for 3. He rims out. It's rebounded by Bristow. And now the Tigers can maybe tie it up or make it a 1-point game here. Bristow across the way finds Hamilton. Now to Tulenchik, as I think the Panthers might have switched back to man-to-man defense here to try to stop this 3-point shooting from the Tigers. Here's Hamilton. Hamilton, top of the key, finds Struess. Struess to Bristow. Left wing, Bristow to his right. Looking to pass, finds Buchers. Buchers feeds it to Tulenchik. Tulenchik away from Leroy Fairbanks. Now pass to Struess. Struess near the logo. Kicks it out to Buchers. Buchers takes it in, kicks it out now to Hamilton. Hamilton to Struess. Struess, long range 2, off the back iron, rebounded by Trayvon Lee of the Panthers. Trayvon gets it to Caden Lee. And now Lee with a pass into the paint. Dominic Fairbanks kicks it out. They find Caden Lee. Lee in, passes off to Brown, and Darren Brown puts it in off the glass. That'll make it a 5-point contest with a little over 12 minutes to go in the game. It's Jared Hamilton to the left side, finding Andrew Buchers. Andrew stopping up. They wrap it around to Tulenchik. Down low, Buchers open. Puts it in off the glass. A great play that time. Nice play design by the Tigers, and it's a 3-point game once again. Caden Lee down the baseline, trying a reverse layup, blocked that time by Andrew Buchers, and now Jared Hamilton one-on-one with Trayvon Lee, takes it in, floats it up, misses short, but he's going to take a foul in the process. And now the Tigers sending Jared Hamilton to the line. That foul was called on Trayvon Lee, his second personal foul, and now Jared Hamilton with a chance to make this a 1-point game if he can make both free throws on this trip. He has not shot any free throws so far tonight, so these will be his first. Well, he makes it a 2-point game with his first one as he drains it. Robert Buchers will sub in now for Ryan Struess. 6'3" player for another. Hamilton's second of 2. Misses short. Still a 2-point game as Caden Lee takes it for the Panthers. 11:40 to go in the game. Down low, Leroy Fairbanks posting up. Turnaround jump shot, good. Leroy Fairbanks has had a great game for the Panthers, and now we're going to get a timeout taken by Coach Jordan Ackerman of the PRB Tigers. And folks, I said before the game, the Tigers play the Panthers close no matter how good they are. And my goodness, that has proven to be true so far. 56-52, the Cass Lake-Bena Panthers lead. We'll step aside and be right back.
23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. Hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kicks, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
We're back at Pine River-Backus High School in what's been a nice game for the PRB Tigers in the really the first 3 quarters of this game so far. I mean, we're just about halfway through the second half here. A little over 11 minutes to go here in the game, and it's a 4-point contest. PRB within 4 points of the 6th-ranked team in the state, Cass Lake-Bena. Again, 16-1 entering play tonight. They have only lost to Belgrade Bruton El Rosa, who is ranked in the top 5. Irvin Tulenchik ready to inbound it for the Tigers out of the break. He gets it into Bristow, contested, but Bristow able to come up with it. Bristow hands this one off back to Tulenchik. And now Tulenchik slowing the tempo down. Passes to Robert Buchers. They get it around to Hamilton now. Hamilton working to his left. Finds Bristow. Bristow, left side, Robert Buchers in the corner. Or excuse me, yes, that's Andrew. Never mind. Andrew passes to Bristow. Bristow to Robert. Robert to Tulenchik. Now they find Jared Hamilton on the left. Left wing for Hamilton. Leroy Fairbanks breaks up the pass, and it's into Trayvon Lee. Now back to Leroy, who lays it in for 2, and that makes it a 6-point game. Inbounded here to Andrew Buchers, down by 6. Tigers looking for something here. It is now Tulinchik. Down low, Bristow wide open, misses the layup. You don't see that one every day. And now it's rebounded by the Panthers. Left side, Dominic Fairbanks has it. Going to hand this one off to Leroy. Leroy drives in, kicks out, and we're going to get a foul underneath the net. I think that one might be an offensive foul by the way the crowd reacted, and indeed, that one's going to get called on Leroy Fairbanks. That was his his second personal foul. Leroy, by the way, has 13 points for Cass Lake-Bena. That's tied for the team lead with Caden Lee. Here's Andrew Buchers inbounding it to Brady Bristow. Back to Andrew to take it up the floor. Tulinchik to Bristow across the way. Now top of the key, around the way to Tulinchik on the left. Top of the key now to Hamilton for 3. Knocks it down. Jared Hamilton has put up a fantastic performance tonight for Pine River-Backus, and he cuts the deficit to 3. PRB is not going away quietly here with 10 minutes left in the game. Caden Lee with the ball, trying to take it in, and now we're going to get a foul called on Pine River-Backus. They're going to call Jared Hamilton on that one. That was his first personal foul. Third team foul of the half for the Tigers. Inbounded here to Leroy Fairbanks. Leroy stops up the elbow, tries a 2-pointer off the mark. Rebounded though by Darren Brown. Brown puts it back up, can't get it to go, and Bristow now coming up with the rebound. Bristow hustling up the court, passes to Struess. Struess out to Tulinchik. Tulinchik to Hamilton. Hamilton down low, nice pass to Struess. He puts it up, can't get it to go, but takes a foul from Leroy Fairbanks, and now Ryan Struess is bound for the line. Leroy Fairbanks committing his 3rd personal foul, and that was the 5th of the half as a team for Cass Lake-Bena with 9:30 to go in this game. Struess's first off the back iron, no good. That was his first free throw of the game. A couple of subs now for the Panthers as they bring in Aiden White and Kingsley Whitebird, bringing out Leroy Fairbanks and Darren Brown. Struess second of 2. He is able to get that one to go. And it's now 58-56 with 9.5 minutes left in the game. Caden Lee, as PRB running 2-3 zone, tries a pass knocked out of bounds by Brady Bristow, but last one to touch it, Trayvon Lee, so PRB back with it. They have a chance to tie it up or perhaps take the lead with a 3-pointer here. And that would be so big for the Psyche if they could get that. Here is Tulinchik, right side, finding Andrew Buchers. Buchers working to his left, finds Struess. Struess to Hamilton on the left. Hamilton back to Bristow. Bristow crossing over on Caden Lee. Now passing to Tulinchik on the right. Tulinchik working to his left, finds Andrew across the way now to Bristow. Bristow pump fakes the 3-pointer now. An errant pass is going to get stolen here by Aiden White. White taking it up the floor, loses the grip on it, and now Struess scrambling for it. We're going to get a jump ball, and the possession arrow was pointing toward Cass Lake-Bena, so they'll be inbounding it from the baseline. A tough turn of events there for the Tigers, and now the Panthers with a chance to extend or build on their 2-point lead. It's inbounded here to Whitebird. Trayvon Lee now finding Caden Lee on the left, or excuse me, the right side for the Panthers. Whitebird back to Lee. Still 2-3 zone for the PRB Tigers. Lee trying a pass down low to White. That's going to get knocked away by the Tigers, but stays in bounds. And now another pass contested, but taken by Lee. Lee blocked that time by Bristow. And a jump ball. That'll give the ball back to the Tigers. And great defensive stand for PRB there. They get the ball back. It's inbounded here to Brady Bristow. 8:16 to go here in the game. Bristow with a handoff here to Tulinchik. Caden Lee, aggressive defense. They're going to book him for a foul on that one. He was trying to swat away at it from Irvin Tulinchik, and he commits his first personal foul, and that was the 6th of the half for Cass Lake-Bena. So their next one is going to put him in the bonus territory. That'd be huge for PRB in a close game, as here Jared Hamilton ready to inbound it, gets it into Struess. Aiden White sticking with Struess as now he passes this one to Hamilton. Hamilton gets it now to Tulenchik. Tulenchik trying to call out a play here. Now gets it. Buchers, Andrew, Bristow, open for three, can't get it to go, and it's going to get rebounded by Trayvon Lee. Now Caden Lee into the front court for the Panthers. Again, trying to build on this 2-point lead. Caden. It's Jared Hamilton hanging with him defensively in the zone. Caden taking his time. Fires across the way to Dominic Fairbanks. We're going to get a whistle blown before Fairbanks takes the three, and that looks like it is going to be a timeout taken. So with 7.5 minutes left in this game, Pine River-Backus squarely in the mix. 58-56. They are down by 2 to the 6th-ranked team in the state. We'll step aside, and we will be right back on Cash 95 and YourLiveEvent.com.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. On the Bud Light main stage, hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kicks, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys.
We're back at Pine River-Backus, and in the last 2 minutes of game time, neither team has scored a basket. Score has remained steady at 58-56 for a little bit here. We are not used to that, as this has been a great offensive showing for both teams. Second half, though, things have settled down a little bit as Cass Lake-Bena with the ball off the inbound pass. They're going to now book Irvin Tulenchik for the foul. Aggressive defense. Tulenchik trying to knock that one out of the hands of Dominic Fairbanks. He will get booked for his first personal foul. 4th team foul of the half for the Tigers, as this one is now inbounded back to Dominic Fairbanks. Back to square one, essentially. Fairbanks here on the right side. Tulenchik with him defensively. Nice pick. Fairbanks takes it in, floats it in off the glass, and he's got 2 points. Now PRB is going to be forced to just try to settle with just cutting into the lead here if they can get points. It's Tulenchik with the ball. Right side finds Bristow. Around the perimeter, they get it to Tulenchik. Top of the key, Hamilton. Now a pass for the elbow. Going to get stolen here by Aiden White. White able to get it away, and a nice defensive play there for Aiden White as it's Cass Lake with the ball. Here's Dominic Fairbanks, right side, beyond the arc to his left. Drives in, layup. Can't get it to fall, but he will head to the line after taking the foul. 2 shots coming up for Dominic Fairbanks as they get Ryan Struess for that one. That was his 3rd personal foul and the 5th of the half for the Tigers. Dominic shooting now his first free throws here of the game. And a nice chance with a swish there to extend the lead here for the Panthers. Robert Buchers subbing in now for Irvin Tulenchik for the Tigers. It's a 5-point game, I should say. Fairbanks, 2-for-2 trip, making it a 6-point game. It's 62-56. Tigers need something here. They've had a scoring drought of late. Need to pick it up right now with 6.5 minutes left in the game. Bristow, nice behind the back dribble. Feeds it to Buchers, left side. Buchers kicks it back out to Bristow. Aggressive defense here from Aiden White as Bristow. Pass stolen. Fairbanks, Dominic taking it up the floor, lays it in. And now an amazing defensive stretch for Cass Lake-Bena. They have really stepped up their game on that side of the ball. PRB going to need to make more educated decisions with the ball as well. And now we're going to get a timeout from Coach Jordan Ackerman. I imagine he'll be relaying that exact message. Now it is an 8-point game as Cass Lake-Bena is on a 6-0 run. We'll take a quick break and be back after this.
And more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River is once again hosting a breast cancer fundraising tournament. Have some fun and help out a great cause Saturday, January 29th. Everyone is welcome to this 9-pin no-tap tournament starting at 9 a.m. $35 tax-deductible entry fee. Please consider donating items to the silent auction to raise even more. We'll come pick it up. Community Bowl and Pizzeria's breast cancer fundraising tournament, January 29th. Call Community Bowl at 218-587-3100 for more information to register or donate.
We're back at Pine River-Backus High School. Cub Foods, Brainerd and Baxter Studios, My Cub, My Way, and Lakes Proud. Just Sam Parsons with you here. We're also on Cash 95. That's WWWIFM Pillager, Brainerd Baxter, Cash 95. Ready to go after the timeout taken by PRB. It's inbounded here to Bristow. Bristow taking it to the glass right away and has an impressive looking 2-point shot there to make it a 6-point game again. 64-58 as the Tigers snap the drought. Here's Trayvon Lee kicking it out to Caden Lee for the Panthers. Caden on the right side. Robert Buchers sticking with him defensively. And now Caden pulls the trigger for 3. That's going to miss off the rim. Rebounded by Robert Buchers. And now Tigers with a chance to cut into the lead even more. Hamilton on the right side. Down low for Buchers. Finds him. Robert kicks it back out to Hamilton. Jared Hamilton looking for a man. And now Caden Lee runs in and steals it. Passes up to Dominic Fairbanks. Fairbanks blocked on the layup that time by Jared Hamilton. An excellent defensive play, but he sends it out of bounds. Cass Lake-Bena will have another chance to inbound it here from the baseline. As Caden Lee will search for a man here with 5.5 minutes left in the game, up by 6. A pass off the back of Andrew Buchers, and he takes it himself and puts it in. What a heads-up play that time by Caden Lee. Very creative. 8-point lead again for the Panthers. Andrew Buchers hands this one off to Ryan Struess. Struess at the top of the key. Gets it away. Hamilton on the right. Hamilton from beyond the arc gets the ball knocked out. We're seeing some really good defense from Cass Lake-Bena with man-to-man coverage here. As now a pass knocked out of bounds by Dominic Fairbanks. Fairbanks has played outstanding defense in particular for the Panthers, but they've also gotten a lot of good stuff from Caden Lee and Aiden White, I would say, defensively. 5 minutes left here in the game. Hamilton on the left side, Caden Lee with him defensively. Hamilton hands it off to Tulinchik, back to Hamilton, top of the key. He takes it in, turnaround jump shot, got it! Jared Hamilton, excellent touch once again. Tigers now have 60 points. It's 66-60. Here's Dominic Fairbanks for the Panthers. Kicking it out. Whitebird across the way has Caden Lee. Step back jump shot off the mark. Rebounded by Ryan Struess. Struess now gets the ball stripped away and out of bounds that time from Trayvon Lee. Almost a good play by Trayvon there, but PRB will keep it. As now Leroy Fairbanks going to sub in for Caden Lee. Tulinchik with a pass inbounds. 4:20 left. It's Jared Hamilton. Down by 6. Tigers really need something here. Hamilton working to his left now. Takes it down, kicks it out. Buchers for 3. Got it! Big three-pointer there for Andrew Buchers. Knocking it down, and a foul offensively for Cass Lake-Bena will give the ball right back to PRB. They got Trayvon Lee that time. That was his 3rd personal and the 7th team foul of the half for Cass Lake-Bena. A big one. And now from the baseline, Tulinchik looking to inbound it. Trying to get it into Bristow. It's knocked out by Lee. Trayvon redeeming himself that time. Tigers find themselves down by 6 here with 4 minutes left in the game. And how Hamilton with a pass to Andrew Buchers. That's going to bounce out of bounds. Unfortunately, Buchers took his eye off the ball. They tell you in football you got to look it in, especially that last 6 inches. Couldn't get it done that time. Ball goes back to the Panthers. Dominic Fairbanks taking it into now the front court for the Panthers. Irvin Tulinchik hanging with him. He'll get it now to Leroy. Leroy on the post, backing down Buchers. Hook shot, good. Leroy Fairbanks, the big man for Cass Lake-Bena, has had himself a night. 15 points, as now here is Jared Hamilton for the Tigers. Ball knocked away this time by Whitebird, thought that might have been a backcourt violation, but no, he lost possession. Now they get it down low. Tulinchik puts it up, misses, and now Andrew Buchers takes a foul after getting the rebound. So Buchers going to have to make both of these free throws here if he wants to make this a one-possession game. Tigers are down by 5. They got Whitebird for the foul that time. That was the 8th team foul of the half for Cass Lake-Bena. So Andrew Buchers with 2 free throws on the way. He is currently 5 for 6. Needs to keep up that success here, and he makes the first one nothing but net. 68-64. Panthers lead the Tigers. Buchers, 2nd of 2. Got it. He knocks down the free throw, and it's now 68-65. We'll see what the Tigers do defensively. Pass here on the left side is to Dominic Fairbanks. Fairbanks, baseline, kicks it out to Leroy. Leroy Fairbanks, backing down Struess, tries to kick it out now to Trayvon Lee. Lee comes up with it after it bounces away for a second. Trayvon gets this one now to Aiden White. Now White momentarily loses it, comes back up with it, takes it in, puts it up, takes the foul from Brady Bristow. That was Bristow's 2nd, and it was the 6th team foul of the half for the PRB Tigers, sending Aiden White to the line, who has not shot any free throws so far in this game. Big couple of free throws now coming up for Aiden White with 3 minutes left. He knocks down the first one. (69-65) the score now, pending the second one. 2nd of 2 for White. No. Misses short. It's rebounded by the Tigers. Buchers rushes this one up to Hamilton. Now Hamilton waits for reinforcements, hands this one off now to Struess. Struess takes it in, puts it up, rattles out. Tough luck that time for Ryan Struess, and it's rebounded by the Panthers with a good opportunity now to extend their lead big here. Fairbanks to the other Fairbanks. Leroy to Aiden White to Trayvon Lee. Lee taking it in. Turnaround jump shot. Off the mark, rebounded by Ryan Struess. Tigers still in it. Here's Jared Hamilton into the front court. Hands it off to Tulinchik. Back to Hamilton. What's Hamilton going to do? He takes it in. Beyond, inside the arc, and now takes a foul from Aiden White. That's going to put Aiden White in foul trouble. That was his 4th, and that will send Jared Hamilton to the line. Jared now has a chance to make this a 2-point game. He has made 1 trip so far to the charity stripe. 1 for 2 was the result of that trip. Here's his first with a 1-and-1. He knocks it down, and it's now a 1-possession game regardless, but it would be really nice for the Tigers if Hamilton's able to make the second one. Caden Lee is subbing in now for Aiden White as all 5 starters are back out for Cass Lake-Bena. Same is true for Pine River-Backus. A little over 2 minutes left as Hamilton decelerates and misses his second. That's going to keep it a 3-point game. Caden Lee. Ball now for the Panthers. Stepping out. Passing near side. Ball almost stolen there by Bristow. Coming up with it, though, is Trayvon. He kicks it out to Leroy. Leroy to Dominic Fairbanks. Dominic taking it in. Working on Tulinchik. Good pass to Brown. Off the glass. And it's in. Timeout now taken by Coach Jordan Ackerman of Pine River-Backus. It is a 5-point game. PRB not out of this one, but they are going to need to come up with a couple of things. They need points on their next possession and a stop defensively. It's all got to happen at some point. We'll take a quick break and resume our coverage after this.
At R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, we aspire to provide the best in local sports coverage for our area teams. Listen to our Wake the Lakes morning show for local news, weather, and sports every weekday morning from 6 to 9. If you're enjoying the video coverage for the PRB Tigers, thank the sponsoring businesses you see advertising. They make it possible. If you're a business owner and want to reach our viewers and listeners, go to yourliveevent.com and click Advertise. That's yourliveevent.com.
We're back at Pine River-Backus High School. It is Sam Parsons with you here and ready to resume play. The Pine River-Backus Tigers down by 5 with 1:50 left in the game. Here's Jared Hamilton with the ball, passing left side. Irvin Tulinchik. Top of the key, they get it to Struess. It's man-to-man defense for the Panthers. That has worked for them well in the second half. Bristow. Beyond the arc, passes to Struess. Struess with the ball, top of the key. Looking for a man down low. Nice pass to Andrew Bugers, but he's blocked. Darren Brown with a huge defensive play. Panthers rush it up. Dominic Fairbanks lays it in. Huge sequence that time for the Panthers to go up by 7. And now the Tigers really need something here. Here's Tulenchik. Right side finding Hamilton. They get it. Back to Tulenchik on the left. Tulenchik looking for Bristow. He finds him. What's Bristow going to do with it? Into the corner to Tulenchik. Less than a minute to go. Tigers need to pick up the pace. Struce back out to Tulenchik for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Hamilton. Hamilton finding Bugers. Down low, Bugers blocked. And it's rebounded by the Panthers. Trayvon Lee comes up with it. They get it up to Dominic Fairbanks. 40 seconds left. Fairbanks passing Lee. Back to Fairbanks. Out to Trayvon. Trayvon going to get fouled. Yeah, Tigers needed to commit one there. That is going to send the Panthers to the line. Tulenchik with a second personal foul, and I think that last sequence was a bit of a dagger for the Tigers, unfortunately, as it is Trayvon Lee at the line shooting 1 and 1. Here's his first. He gets it to go. And that is going to complicate matters big time. This last about 30 seconds going to complicate matters for PRB as Lee's second. He knocks it down. And we're going to get another timeout. We will keep it right here. 9-point game, and it looks like Cass Lake-Bena has pretty much wrapped this one up, barring a miracle. I should mention that Cass Lake-Bena's next game, they are going to be in Deer River tomorrow against, or I should specify, Deer River is ranked 20th in the state, so they're not getting much of a reprieve after this close game against the Tigers. PRB, on the other hand, will be in Black Duck next Tuesday for their next game. But wow, what a battle for the Pine River-Backus Tigers. And again, I continue to be impressed with the way that this PRB team plays this Cass Lake-Bena team. This is a very, very strong basketball program that Cass Lake-Bena has. And when you're a team like PRB, hanging with a team like Cass Lake-Bena for as long as they did, you got to be very, very happy with that. And a very nice offensive showing as well that I think that Coach Jordan Ackerman's going to have a lot to think about when he revisits this game on film. He's going to like what he sees, I think, offensively for much of the time tonight. Cass Lake-Bena, on the other hand, is looking like they are going to improve their record to 17-1, and now they will be tied at the top of the Northland Conference. They're able to seal the deal here. Tulenchik with the inbound pass to Bristow. Bristow hurries it up to Hamilton. Hamilton lays it up and in for 2. Jared has had a great game for PRB, and it looks like we're going to get yet another timeout. But Jared Hamilton, he's got 18 points for the Tigers. Brady Bristow, though, is leading the way for PRB with 21. Ryan Struce also has 12. They have Andrew Bukers with 15. For Cass Lake-Bena, they've been led in this one by Leroy Fairbanks with 15, and Caden Lee also has 15. Oh, and Dominic Fairbanks, of course, has 18 points for the Panthers, leading the way for them tonight. We'll see what the approach is out of the timeout here. The good thing for PRB is that they really didn't take much time off the clock at all, so they're still technically in this one. If they're able to get a really quick steal, a quick 3, and then a quick defensive stop again, they need Reggie Miller out there here with 28.2 seconds left. Trayvon Lee looking to inbound it from the baseline. It's going to get stolen right away by the Tigers, but saving it from going out of bounds. Unfortunately, Brady Bristow sends it to the Panthers. That was almost amazing, but Darren Brown going to lay this one in for 2 and put this one out of reach. It's now 77-68. Bristow sends it over to Hamilton. Hamilton with a pass over the head of Tulenchik and out of bounds. 10 seconds left in the game. Cass Lake-Bena up by 9. They seem to have taken this one. These last 10 seconds all but a formality, as Hamilton going to commit a foul here on Trayvon Lee and send him to the line. Lee will be shooting 2, or I should say 1 of 1. As again, PRB will be falling to 9 and 12 here, as the 1 of 1 is not going to fall, but nobody on PRB was ready for it. 5 seconds left, and now Dominic Fairbanks takes a foul from Brady Bristow. A nice heads-up play by Lee to go chase that one down right away, even though nobody on PRB was moving. Not sure it really matters as far as the end result of the game goes, though, as now 3.1 seconds left. Dominic Fairbanks at the line. Makes his first one. That'll help out the old points total. As Fairbanks, oh, excuse me, they actually are not going to count that one. I'm not sure why. I don't know what the officials ruled there, but either way, Andrew Buchers with the shot at the buzzer is going to miss it, and that will do it for tonight's game. The Cass Lake-Bena Panthers have won 77-68 over the Pine River-Backus Tigers, a game that was extremely close for the vast majority of it. Panthers pulling away very, very late and getting the win over Pine River-Backus. We'll take a break, folks. We have post-game coming up. We'll be seeing if we can get some post-game interviews going, as well as some post-game awards eventually. That is all coming up here on Cash 95, rjbroadcasting.com, and yourliveevent.com.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Schrupp Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Schrupp Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basements, septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 37 years and still digging it right. Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC, online at schruppexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
PRB Tigers Action with your live event is made possible by the advertising businesses you see throughout this broadcast. They help ensure that we can bring you the coverage at the best price, free. Please thank and support our sponsoring businesses. If you own a business or your organization wants to reach the listeners and viewers of your live event and RNJ Broadcasting Incorporated, go to yourliveevent.com and click Advertise or contact one of the offices in Brainerd or Aiken. Enjoy the broadcast.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. On the Bud Light main stage, hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kix, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River is holding a fundraising tournament Saturday, February 12th for owner Sandy Zoldi as she fights leukemia. Everyone is welcome. Two-person teams bowling 3 games, 2 p.m. start with $50 entry fee per person. There's also a benefit for Sandy at the Pine River Legion Sunday, February 20th starting at 3. Let's help save Sandy. Community Bowls fundraising tournament February 12th and benefit February 20th. Call Community Bowl at 218-587-3100 for information to register or donate.
Country Doc Veterinary Clinic in Pine River is proud to support radio coverage of our area athletes. No matter the sport, they salute the kids and coaches for all their dedication and wish them all the best of luck. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic thanks all the coaches, staff, and volunteers for taking the time to provide our area kids plenty of opportunities. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic is located east of Pine River on County Road 1, providing compassionate small animal care for your beloved pets.
And we're back here at Pine River-Backus High School. Sam Parsons with you here. We just wrapped up our coverage of tonight's game. Lake-Bena beating Pine River-Backus 77-68. What a game it was, honestly. I mean, the game much closer, I think, than the scoreboard indicated. PRB, they drew within 2 points of Lake-Bena multiple times, within 3 points, more times than that even. So I think that this was honestly a very impressive showing for PRB, even if they don't come away with the win. This is the kind of game that, you know, it looks bad on the win-loss record, but when you think about just the quality of basketball that they played tonight, it was really, really good. Just looking at the stats that we had from that game, scoring-wise, Dominic Fairbanks led the way for Lake-Bena with 18 points. Leroy Fairbanks and Caden Lee each contributed 15. Darren Brown had 11. Trayvon Lee with 8. Aiden White with 6. Just making sure I'm not missing anybody here. We got Kingsley Whitebird and Caden Arita each had 2, and I believe I said Aiden White had 6 as well. Yes, I did. For PRB, they were led in this game by Brady Bristow, who had 18 points, as well as Jared. Well, actually, it's a 3-way tie. Brady Bristow, Jared Hamilton, and Andrew Bukers each had 18 points for the Tigers. Ryan Struess putting up 12, and Robert Bukers with 2. So those top 4 scorers each contributing big points for PRB. But we also saw, like I was saying pretty much all night, great passing from Irvin Tulenchik, the other starter. We didn't see a lot of substitutions for PRB tonight, which was interesting. You usually see PRB play 6-7 deep. They did bring in senior Robert Bukers a lot, and he played really well when he was in, I thought. But only putting up 2 points. They didn't put him in too much. Like I said, they just really did not work in their bench too much in this game, and I think that was just on account of how good of a team they were playing, and the fact that they also had a week of rest, a week between games. So their starters were fresh, they were ready to go tonight, and they played great. But Lake-Bena just a little bit better tonight, and sometimes you just have to tip your cap to that, because the Panthers were absolutely sizzling out there offensively, especially in that first half. The second half, they kind of cooled down a little bit, and PRB started to really step up a little bit defensively. They made some really big defensive stops that kept them in this game. But again, Lake-Bena coming away with the win. They are now 17-1 on the season. They head to Deer River tomorrow, the 20th ranked team among Class A teams here in the state of Minnesota. And Pine River-Backus will head to Black Duck on Tuesday for their next game, trying to improve on their 9-12 record. Folks, we'll see if we can get some post-game chats with some of the Tigers here. I have yet to see Coach Jordan Ackerman, so I can maybe flag him down. But in any case, we will be, if we won't be getting to post-game interviews, we will be getting to our post-game awards, divvying those out. Coming up, like I said, going to be having some tough calls, because there were, if you just look at the points, there were 4 players that scored exactly 18 points in this game, and you also had 2 other players with 15. Yeah, this is going to be a tough call for me, especially because we just saw so many well-rounded players. I'm going to have to think about that during the break. But in any case, I will try to flag down Coach Jordan Ackerman of the Tigers. But again, like I said, if we can't get post-game interviews tonight, folks, we will just move on to our post-game awards. Either way, that's all coming up for our postgame show here on Cash 95, rjbroadcasting.com, and yourliveevent.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
This is Jim Berkmeyer, owner of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Together with Bernie, we're inviting you to join us on a tour of Victoria, Vancouver, and the Canadian Rockies, July 14th through 23rd. On this tour, we'll visit historic Victoria, tour the breathtaking Butchert Gardens, and experience the stunning scenery of the Canadian Rockies via rails train. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ. Learn more about this tour and watch the travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Remember the keyword RJ.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. Hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kicks, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com. Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. On the Bud Light main stage, hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kicks, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River is once again hosting a breast cancer fundraising tournament. Have some fun and help out a great cause Saturday, January 29th. Everyone is welcome to this 9-pin no-tap tournament starting at 9 a.m. $35 tax-deductible entry fee. Please consider donating items to the silent auction to raise even more. We'll come pick it up. Community Bowl and Pizzeria's Breast Cancer Fundraising Tournament, January 29th. Call Community Bowl at 218-587-3100 for more information, to register, or donate. At R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, we aspire to provide the best in local sports coverage for our area teams. Listen to our Wake the Lakes morning show for local news, weather, and sports every weekday morning from 6 to 9. If you're enjoying the video coverage for the PRB Tigers, thank the sponsoring businesses you see advertising. They make it possible. If you're a business owner and want to reach our viewers and listeners, go to yourliveevent.com and click Advertise. That's yourliveevent.com. Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Schrupp Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Schrupp Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basements, septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 37 years and still digging it right. Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC, online at schruppexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
PRB Tigers Action with your live event is made possible by the advertising businesses you see throughout this broadcast. They help ensure that we can bring you the coverage at the best price, free. Please thank and support our sponsoring businesses. If you own a business or your organization wants to reach the listeners and viewers of your live event and RNJ Broadcasting Incorporated, go to yourliveevent.com and click advertise or contact one of the offices in Brainerd or Aiken. Enjoy the broadcast.
All right, apologies for the lengthy break there, folks. I was trying to flag down Coach Jordan Ackerman to get a post-game chat with him, but I believe I was able to get somebody to send him up here for me. So I believe that we'll be getting him up here in just a few moments. But while we're waiting for him, might as well just go ahead and get started with our post-game honors, starting with our Enbridge I Bring the Energy Player of the Game. Enbridge thanks you for supporting the Line 3 replacement project. Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day, and it was done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. Thank you. Our I Bring the Energy Player of the Game tonight is going to go to Dominic Fairbanks of Cass Lake-Bena, who led the team with 18 points. Just really had a great game, especially defensively, I thought, even though he led the team in scoring, a great game. And now it seems we got Coach Jordan Ackerman here, along with Brady Bristow as well, so that's good stuff. You got me right mid-thought, so that's perfectly fine. All right, well, Brady, we'll go ahead and get you started here. All right, so, Brady, thought you had a great game out there. By my count, I think that you had 18 points, but I think that the scoreboard said you had 21. We'll figure that out later, but just what were some of the things that you thought you did well out there tonight?
I think I played a lot better defensively and just moving the ball on offense, getting it to everybody, and yeah, I worked on rebounding too.
Now, I know that PRB you guys have a good tradition of playing Cass Lake hard. You guys play them close, and that's something that's continued the last couple of years with Coach Ackerman here. What is it about this team that makes you guys just gets you guys all fired up?
I think we know they're a good team and that not many Pine River teams in the past have been able to beat them, and we just want to be the ones to do that.
Yeah, so what was going through your mind down the stretch there when the game was close? I know it kind of got away from you like in the last minute or so, but those last, I would say, 5 or 6 minutes, what was going through your head?
I was just thinking we really needed to execute and play hard defensively and keep them to not scoring as much as possible.
Well, you got round 2 at Black Duck on Tuesday. You guys beat them already this season. I was actually on hand for that one. Just what are your thoughts on that and just moving forward this season, Brady?
I think just a lot of doing what we did tonight, honestly, just playing hard defensively, executing well on offense, and just moving the ball overall.
Well, Brady, great game for you guys out there. Thanks for joining me here for the post-game show, and best of luck to you moving forward.
Thank you.
All right, we'll wrap up with Coach Jordan Ackerman here. And Jordan, I thought that was a great game out there. Tough one to lose. Unfortunately, someone had to lose that, but just, as always, general observations from what we just saw there.
Yeah, that's a tough loss there. I think our guys expected to win. I know I expected to win. Like you said before to Brady, that we've played them really tough the last 3 games, the last 2 years, and I knew we match up well with them. And but tonight I thought some of those guys really stepped up defensively. Brady Bristow was a different player tonight defensively than what he's been the past few games. I thought Irvin and Jared were really balanced, bringing the ball up. Andrew Buchers just played like a beast on the boards, finishing near the hoop. Robert Buchers came off the bench, gave us a good spark in different ways. Ryan Struess was just solid as always, and I'm super proud of them. Like we talked in the locker room, they put a lot of work in to get to where we're at, but now it's just trying to get over the hump of beating these teams that we're competing with. So
that
proud of them tonight.
Right. That first half was a bit of an offensive explosion for both teams, really. The second half, things kind of cooled down a bit for both teams as well. What were some of the things that you noticed that were different in that second half?
Well, I think that's what we need to keep it competitive. We need to play really solid defensively and just run patient offense, which would generally lead it to a lower scoring game, which I think we did. I don't know what the final breakdown was in the second half, but I think we slowed it down, got great looks. So when we're running offense, like I told the boys, when we're running offense, they can't score. They're a really potent offensive team, so I knew we needed to secure the ball and do those little details.
When you get such a tough loss to a top-ranked team like that, you obviously can learn a lot. What do you think now with this team moving forward? You guys have 4 or 5 games left in the regular season. Just how do you feel about where they are?
I love where we are, but I still think there's little things we need to do, coming from me as the coach too, to get over the hump. And I was just meeting with one of the players of what do we have to do? What do we have to do to get over the hump? They want it. They put in the work at practice, but what are we going to do that sets us apart these next couple weeks going into playoffs? And we'll see what the players and myself come up with. But
right, we will see, and certainly hoping for the best come playoff time. Jordan Ackerman, thank you as always for joining us for our post-game show here. Thought you guys played a great game out there. Again, unfortunately, someone had to come out on the losing end, and best of luck to you guys next week.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. I appreciate your coverage as always, and safe travels home.
All right, thank you very much. Pleasure being here. We'll step aside once more and wrap up our post-game show after a quick break.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. On the Bud Light main stage, hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kix, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River is holding a fundraising tournament Saturday, February 12th for owner Sandy Zoldi as she fights leukemia. Everyone is welcome. 2-person teams bowling 3 games, 2 p.m. start with $50 entry fee per person. There's also a benefit for Sandy at the Pine River Legion Sunday, February 20th, starting at 3. Let's help save Sandy. Community Bowls fundraising tournament February 12th and benefit February 20th. Call Community Bowl at 218-587-3100 for information to register or donate.
All right. Ready to wrap up our post-game show here on Cash 95, yourliveevent.com, and rjbroadcasting.com. That's WWWI-FM, Pillager, Brainerd, Baxter, Cash 95. I mentioned earlier that our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game went to Dominic Fairbanks, so a big congratulations to him. Our Pine River Family Market star of the game. Pine River Family Market is where you can find it all and still enjoy the local hometown atmosphere. Every Wednesday, gallons of milk are just 2 for $6. Visit them online for curbside pickup or delivery. PineRiverFamilyMarketDelivers.com. Our Pine River Family Market star of the game is going to be Jared Hamilton tonight. This is just because I gave the last, I shouldn't say just because. I gave the last Pine River Family Market start of the game to Brady Bristow. I try not to be too redundant with these things. I really, like I said, this was a tough call. I mean, I could have given this one to Brady or Andrew Buchers or Ryan Struess or Irvin Tulenchik or, like I said, any of the starters for PRB tonight. I honestly thought that they all did a magnificent job against with such a tough assignment tonight. But I'm going to give it to Jared Hamilton because he displayed such good touch around the basket. I thought that this was his best shooting game that I've seen him play this year. He's played some really, really well-rounded games for the Tigers this season, but shooting-wise, I don't think that he's done better than he did tonight. As far as I've seen, he might have had a better game when I wasn't here, but in any case, I'm going to give it to Jared, so congratulations to him, and we'll wrap up with our big deal player of the game. Thanking the rest of our Big Deal sponsors that I didn't thank earlier. We have BigDealAuctions.com, the Cuyuna Regional Medical Center, Crow Wing Kayaks in Cross Lake, the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative, Advantage Seamless Gutters in Baxter, and Newman Construction in Brainerd. Our Big Deal player of the game is going to be Leroy Fairbanks for Cass Lake-Bena. From one Fairbanks to another. Yeah, they were probably the 2 best players tonight. I mean, Caden Lee was also really, really good for Cass Lake-Bena tonight. But I think that Leroy Fairbanks was the best all-around player that they had. He was not only, he was able to make a three-pointer as their big guy, but just lethal inside. He's their best player inside, and they were feeding it to him down low a lot, and he was the guy that was really contesting those rebounds with guys like Ryan Struess and the Buchers brothers. So, and he was getting it done when the other three weren't. So I thought Leroy Fairbanks played a really great game. The senior for the Panthers, one of the seniors in their starting lineup, the other one being Darren Brown. Again, a pretty young team, but Leroy is clearly one of the big leaders on that team, and he played a great game tonight. So he's going to be our big deal player of the game. We will wrap up in just a couple of moments by getting to our upcoming broadcast schedule here as I get my documents together. If you're watching this on video, we're dealing with some tape, but here we go. We got the schedule. Tomorrow, you can catch the Saturday Sports Wrap on Skeeter 101.5 starting at 10 a.m., also on rjbroadcasting.com. You can also catch Golden Gopher men's basketball versus Penn State on Cash 95 starting at 7. Folks, on Sunday, we have coverage of the Minnesota Timberwolves at the Indiana Pacers on Skeeter 101.5 starting at 1:30, but we are also the only group of radio stations that you can get the Super Bowl with. If you want to listen to that on the Super Bowl, we are airing that on 3 different stations: KLKS Talk 100, 3WI AM 1270 and FM 96.3, and KKIN FM 94.3. All 3 of those stations are going to be having the Super Bowl on Sunday. Cincinnati versus LA. Personally, I got LA. I hope LA wins because I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but I wouldn't be surprised either way. It actually should be a really good game, and I'm really looking forward to it again. That's on 3 different stations with homegrown local radio, so we got you covered for Super Bowl Sunday. And with that, folks, I sincerely hope that everybody enjoys their weekend and enjoys that game. Once again, final score for this one, 77-68. The Cass Lake-Bena Panthers getting the win over the PRB Tigers. Folks, for everybody here at Homegrown Local Radio, my name is Sam Parsons, bidding everybody a fantastic Friday night. Everybody have a great weekend as well. So long, and I will catch you on the flip side.